Yeah, I'll react to that, sure.
It looks like a movie set, but...
Oh my god, this is incredible. This is the #1 place I want to visit out of my country right now.
This island actually exists.
Easily.
You'll find it in Normandy, France.
I was there
Mont-Saint-Michel, as
twice.
it's called, is a social media sensation. But does it live up to the hype? And are you aware of its many secrets?
Yeah, it's like, wow, how did they build this?
Amazing.
So cool. Que esté construido aquí encima de la nada.
Ja, gewoon het gebouw is mooi, hoe het gebouwd is, de muur eromheen.
Give me the history.
You can see it from about 10, 20 kilometers away. You can see the Mont-Saint-Michel.
Het is ongelooflijk gewoon, unbelievable.
Mont-Saint-Michel was one of the most difficult construction projects of the Middle Ages, and when visiting today it can get very dangerous, but more on that later. Those who do arrive unscathed can discover many secrets.
Hello, I'm Anne. I'm guide in the Abbey of Mont-Saint-Michel for 9 years, and with those keys I'm going to show you secret places.
You can cross the 2-kilometre-long bridge to the island at low tide by foot or shuttle bus. Around 3.5 million visitors come here every year, so it can get pretty crowded.
My tip is to come in January or December, so it gets very, very quiet. You feel like almost alone in the village, and you get also very beautiful lights. The landscape is beautiful here, and important tides as well, which is quite spectacular.
This is the West Terrace, where you'll find the Abbey Church entrance. It was built on this hill from the 11th century onwards. Many buildings are built or stacked on top of each other. How did they achieve this back in the day?
It's hard to believe how they built such buildings on the mount here. Mont-Saint-Michel is like a rocky cone, something like a pyramid. We are almost on the summit at 80 meters above the sea level. Try to imagine here a system of flat boats. According to the tides, those medieval builders brought all the construction materials on those flat boats, barges actually, from different places of Normandy, even from England.
There's a huge height difference between low and high tide in the bay, sometimes by as much as 14 meters. At low tide, you can walk to the island across the tidal flats, but it's best to go with a guided group, otherwise it can get dangerous.
How quickly?
Don't venture by yourself into the bay, because in the past, even quite recently, people can still get stuck in the bay because of those quicksands. And if you have still a big proportion of water inside, it gets like a soak-in effect. If the tide is coming in, if you're alone, if you can't get out of those, potential quicksand, that could be dangerous.
Mont-Saint-Michel Abbey combines...
I was thinking, well, just swim. Like, why is it dangerous? Worst case scenario, you just have to swim to the shore. That's a lot more terrifying.
Romanesque and Gothic architecture. There are plenty of secrets waiting to be discovered here. But first, Anne leads us to this door.
And now, a little passage that not everybody gets to see, actually. We're gonna go higher into the Abbey.
Feels like Hogwarts.
So we are now on the terrace of the choir of the Abbey Church.
These flying buttresses are typical of Gothic architecture and are carrying weight on the outside. One of them is actually a passageway.
Well, this is here, built on a flying buttress, the lace staircase. It's like lace design into the granite, and that was built back in the Middle Ages here. So you have actually here almost the top of the mount, the only access to the bell tower, just here on the left, and finally the Archangel Saint Michael on the very top, used also as a lightning rod, protecting against potential storms, lightning here, because that's what caused big damages in the past.
Good to have you.
1,000 years ago, Benedictine monks lived here for many centuries. Today, the island is mainly a tourist attraction, but in the Middle Ages, scores of pilgrims flocked to the island. But guess what? A few monks and nuns actually still live here today.
Actually, 5 monks and 7 nuns, altogether 12, and they're
keep the
having
music.
services 3 times a day. It's like the convention with the French government to do services into that monument, and in exchange they have a place for them, private obviously.
And lastly, time to reveal Mont-Saint-Michel's darkest secret. 2 isolation cells to lock up particularly serious offenders. From the French Revolution until the year 1863, the Abbey was used as a prison.
You can see here inscriptions from probably prisoners that stayed here for long hours or long days of detention. Some of the prisoners actually wrote their years of sufferness in different places. Imagine how awful it was
That's terrifying.
to stay here.
Much of what
Look at
has
the
happened
view.
on the island over the different centuries is yet to be researched, and some things will remain forever unknown. And so Le Mont-Saint-Michel remains a deeply mysterious place.
Right out of a fantasy fairy tale. Yeah, love it. I remember seeing it. I think I saw it for the first time on one of Ryan Shirley's travel videos, which looks so cool. I love castles and stuff like that, and that just takes it to the next level. I would love to visit there. If you have visited there, I'd like to, well, anyone, I'd love to see your comments, but if you have visited there, definitely love to see your comments. Hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.